Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Mark My Words, where I am Mark and these are my words. Now, the title of this latest podcast is How We Treat Others on Social Media. Now, this is something I've recognized a lot lately, especially like over the past year as well, especially like with Black Lives Matter come out. Like, there's been a lot of arguments on social media, especially some that I've been involved in as well. But I'm finding like certain views are considered controversial and need to be punished and wiped off the face of the earth. Is it really a big deal for someone to think differently to you? Does it really harm your life or the way you function? No, I don't think so. Some people can't even state a view online without being honed in by trolls. Literally, it's the equivalent of whacking a hornet's nest and then the whole hive just hones in on you and tries to sting the shit out of you until you're dead. And it's not a pretty sight. Seeing like thousands and thousands of comments just hitting that one person for thinking differently. I happen to be one of them. Like, I have views that are considered controversial, especially to the political left. I voted for Brexit in 2016. I also voted for Conservative in the 2019 general election. Does that mean I should be smeared, punished and silenced for having those views? I personally believe that the opposition has a right to their view, so I should have a right to mine. After all, freedom of speech is supposed to protect all speech, not just what's popular at the time. I'll give you an example. I was following a friend on Facebook. He happened to be a musician, and he shared something linking to the Conservatives saying no to free visas for musicians who want to tour Europe. And I openly admitted what I voted for, etc., because someone said, I bet there's people here who won't even admit it. So I kind of fell for the clickbait on that one. I shouldn't have, but like I said, I'm no angel in this story, but I'm aiming to improve just like everybody else. But this musician actually said to me that I ruined his career by voting the way I'm voting. Now, I don't believe that to be true. There are consequences to certain decisions, even if you're trying to make the right decision. Just because it's the right decision doesn't mean it's the easiest decision. And that could be like breaking up with someone, getting that job that you don't quite like, but it puts a roof over your head. There's always consequences. Like, I always go by the saying, if you try to go through ways to please everyone, you will not please anyone in the process. And this is a clear example, especially like with Britain leaving the European Union. Like, that's going to inconvenience people, yes. But it's going to help other people as well, like our fisheries, etc. But, I seen from another source, it was the EU that turned down the free visas, not the Tories. So, yeah, again, I'm not going to take sides on that one, but it's good to see two different sides to each story, not just seeing one perspective and taking it as gospel. It's like, you got to be open-minded these days. To be honest, I have a lot of faith in musicians as well, because they're creative people. You know, I've seen some mind-blowing stuff on my Instagram, and I follow a lot of mind-blowing musicians as well. If there's anyone who's going to pull anything out of the bag, it's going to be them. But the bottom line is, we need to stop bashing each other on social media. I'm no angel. I've had several debates as of 2016. I was kind of rising to the bait because I felt that people who voted the same as me were being bullied and oppressed. I kind of felt it was my duty to stand up for people who weren't willing to stand up for themselves. And I've always been the same because I've been bullied in school as well. I can't stand bullies, and that's the way I took it at the time. One thing I've realised, like, I even had a debate yesterday, and it was one I've had numerous times. It's just going around in circles. It was about Black Lives Matter, and I'm like, I'm just wasting my fucking time here. I should be doing something more interesting, like maybe do a podcast. I get more joy out of doing this than actually arguing with people. And the only thing with arguments now, like, the era of healthy debate is gone. Cut straight to arguing and personal attacks. And that's not the way to do it, guys. You need to respect the other person if you're going to have healthy debate. Because I think the way I am, I'm considered uneducated. I'm like, no, I'm very highly educated. And I've pushed myself through school and worked my absolute ass off to get to where I am today. So, no, I'm not uneducated. I may be educated in different ways, but that's it. So these platforms should be a safe place for people to express themselves. Now, this doesn't count like people being openly racist now, not just throwing it around like a beach ball just because they voted Tory. No, I mean actual bigotry, actual oppression. That shouldn't be tolerated. Same thing with people like sex offenders and paedophiles on social media. Yeah, they should be stomped on. Just in case someone tries to use that on me, I'm disclosing that. But the bottom line, use your common sense and use discretion when posting stuff. If you're scrolling through Facebook or Twitter, etc., and you see a post that you completely disagree with, just keep scrolling. No one's asking you to agree with everything. And you're not going to bring any joy to your heart if you start arguing with someone on a certain post that conflicts with your views. Like, some people hate pineapple on pizza, but does that mean we should stop making that pizza altogether? There's loads of people who like pineapple on pizza. Yeah, it's weird for some people. Like my friend Niall, he actually sees it as a cardinal sin, whereas I don't see it as much of a problem. Should I fight him for that? Maybe I should buy him a pineapple pizza just to make the peace, like, but I don't think he'd appreciate it. So my overall argument on this is embrace other people's views, especially like political, different religions. There will always be people who think differently to you, so why shun people and penalise them for that? You know, they don't deserve it. Hey, thank you so much for listening in, guys. I'm going to be trying to do this every Wednesday, so please stay tuned. So be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you, and good day, guys.